cool spring. Give us a sense of what's happening in particularly Marks and Spencer's, because their general merchandising side of the business, which is their biggest part, the clothing, not doing quite as well as had been hoped.
Well, no, it hasn't. The sales are down. I think that most people had anticipated that they would be down because it has been so cool in both May and June. I mean, the brighter sparks for them are their online business up over 38%, so people were still buying, and the food business, which has remained up a little bit as well, and ahead of the market there.
In terms of internet retail, sometimes it sort of escapes the onslaught when sales go down in bricks and mortars. What are you seeing there?
Well, it seems to have done. And Asos, obviously the other company we're talking about, was up 27% in the UK. So, again, I guess is that you've got a sort of deeper choice, and maybe the shopping impulse is slightly different online. I mean, people are actually buying so much on mobile applications. They're just sort of flicking through things on the train on the way home or elsewhere and then buying things. And I think, as I say, it's a different motivation from actually going to the shops on a warm day.
Is this alleviating concern surrounding ASOS? Because, of course, there was a little bit of a wobble in the market at the beginning of the year, many feeling that perhaps the growth wasn't quite as sensational as they'd been hoping. What do we expect for ASOS going forward?
Well, I think ASOS, the question a little bit is the sales remain good, and they put on some recruited additional customers, but even though they've got a sales beat, they're basically saying we're reinvesting all the extra profit into additional customer services. And so one of the things they're saying is that you'll get free returns, i.e. if you buy something you don't want, you can send it back for free. So it's yet another cost that they've put onto their business. And so their operating margin of around 4%, well below even Marks and Spencer's, and much below the sort of best-in-class Next or Inditex.
So with ASOS, potentially pressure on the profitability. In terms of Marks and Spencer's, what are you expecting? How people are digesting these numbers in general?
Well, I think that people will be sort of pleasantly surprised, maybe a little bit with ASOS.
Even though the food wasn't quite as stellar as people had hoped.
And the M&S, I think, the clothing was maybe not quite as bad, the food not quite as good. I think, though, the bigger question for M&S remains, people are buying more of their food, but they're buying it more and more in the Simply Food stores. So the question is, what are they going to do to get people back into their big mainline stores and to buy the clothing on a long-term basis?